Bitter enemies for nearly a century, but despite remaining genocide allegations, Turkey and Armenia are poised to sign an agreement to open their joint border, indicating their desire to move on. RT's Charlotte Limasfali reports.
Closed for more than 15 years, the frontier between Armenia and Turkey may finally be reopening. A century-old feud stems from the massacre of hundreds of thousands of Armenians by Ottoman Turks during the First World War. But now Armenia and Turkey are putting the past aside for future's sake, making the first binding steps to re-establishing ties.
While relations normalize, and I hope it's a question of when, not if, any longer, we will see a very fast growth of economic ties, and particularly trade between Turkey and Armenia.
That's significant in an area veined with oil and gas pipelines. Indeed, a secure Caucasus region is a priority for Russia and the US, who, along with the EU, support a pact between Armenia and Turkey. But, as is often the case in this part of the world, history has played its part in negotiations and is the main reason previous talks have failed. In 1915, the Ottoman Turkish army fighting against Russia sent its Armenian population on a so-called death march towards Syria. Armenians say up to 1.5 million people were killed in a genocide. Turks reject the label and say the death toll is inflated. It's an issue unlikely to be resolved soon, so for now it's been sidestepped in favour of promoting diplomatic ties for practical concerns.
Now it's the time to review the relations between the two states. The initiative is aimed at finding grounds for a dialogue concerning the understanding of the relations between Turkey and Armenia.
While Armenians in their poor, isolated homeland welcome the opening up of trade, many in the vast Armenian diaspora have greeted the news with protest. And a strong message for the Armenian president, who last week visited Armenian communities in the US, France, Russia and Lebanon. Many living outside Armenia are descendants of those who escaped the slaughter and say having diplomatic ties with Turkey is an insult. Reviewing the Armenian genocide might not be part of the pact, but history is.
Part of this normalization process is the establishment of a history commission that would investigate the events of 1915 and would come up with a report and findings. Turkey said from the very beginning that it would that the reports of such a commission would be binding.
While Armenia has made concessions over the Armenian genocide, Turkey has also compromised on another thorny issue: Nagorno-Karabakh, a disputed region in Azerbaijan which Armenia has de facto control over. Turks and Azeris are close in culture and ethnicity, and so Turkey has always insisted a solution over Nagorno-Karabakh precede any deal with Armenia. Both parties have decided to set aside hostilities in favour of establishing better relations. Now it's over to the parliaments of Armenia and Turkey, which need to ratify the protocol for it to take force, something which isn't guaranteed. Charlotte Limasfali, RT.